And welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
And I'm Taurian B.
And we got Robbie Digital joining us.
What up, what up, what up?
And today we're going over Young Thug's Beautiful Thugger Girls mixtape. It was released in 2017. This mixtape had features from Millie Go Lightly, Gunna, Future, Quavo, Snoop Dogg, Lil Durk, and Jacquees. Most of the production was handled by Billboard hitmakers Charlie Handsome, London, and Wheezy, amongst others. This mixtape received a pretty good amount of acclaim when it first came out in 2017. But how do you guys feel about it?
I'm gonna go first. First of all, the guitar is upside down on the cover of the album. Second of all, this is supposed to be a country trap album. And I get it, like it was supposed to be like more ballads. And all this album just told me is that like this man is obsessed with Wayne. I'll tell you why. Like it's weird because he's extremely talented and he makes really good music. But the fact that like we haven't gotten like an official album or everything is like mixtapes or projects or EPs from him is just fucking weird to me. And I don't understand his career. I don't understand what Young Thug is doing in music. It's like he's just like an entity, like, and he's talented and he sings well, right? So it's like you got Future who tries to sing and like it's bad, like even audio so you can't fix it. Young Thug could actually sing. He could give you melody. He could do like he has all of this talent. He's like fucking Zion Williamson. Like he has all the tools. He's like this fucking this great, amazing artist, but then he can't give me anything music. Like as far as like a complete album. He gives you one-off singles, he gives you certain things that work, but like it never compete. It's never complete. And I never know like where he's going with his music. Like I'm always confused. This album confused the fuck out of me because the entire album is not even all trap and country. Like I felt like, all right, I was like, damn, maybe he's trying to make a pop album. Because I'll tell you this much. When I listen to this album, if Justin Bieber recorded it, it shit would be number one. Shit would do $1 million in a week if he gave this album to Justin Bieber. I'm sorry, I was just kind of all over the place, but I'm just mad. Like I just couldn't, like, I feel like a kid with ADHD when I listen to Young Thug's music because like I'll absolutely like a few songs, but then like I don't feel, like the only album that I feel like that he has that was completely like complete and made sense was Jeffrey. I love Jeffrey. And maybe that's my problem is that like I compare all of his projects to Jeffrey as far as me like fully liking the project. And you know, like I'm a big album guy, so it's hard for me to enjoy Young Thug albums because they kind of don't make sense to me because they're all over the place.
Well, just before you go, Rob, something I guess just came to mind. I think what he was trying to do with this album was show you all the different genres he can bend. So it on the surface, you know, you pointed out the piano. I just don't understand the cover in general. I was trying to do research and figure out like what's going on with the cover, but there's really no explanation. He is holding the guitar upside down, but also he has no legs on the album cover. So that's like, what's going on? So it makes me think that the guitar upside down is on purpose, some kind of message there that I don't understand, but I don't know. But when I listen to the album, I just like the way that he's able to play with all these different genres. Like Thugger isn't afraid to get and try different pockets of music. And that's what I like about it. So I guess when it came up on what album that we should focus on, I thought about this one because it gets overlooked a lot. And I think he took a lot of risks. But Rob, what were you going to say?
I'll be the first person to say I'm not a huge Thugger fan. I understand his contributions to music and the catalog that he's created. He's really an entity and a planet. Like there's so many things that revolve around him. There's so many artists that revolve around him, and his cadences and his styles are even bleeding through where you see like little pocket spaces of other people recreating his cadence and the sounds. And I think his unorthodox flow is what makes him so hard to copy. And I think he prides himself in that a lot. He understands music well. And his audience is a very niche, unique audience where I would even say almost Stan-like, because he just has this transient, like hypnotic thing over his fans that anything he puts out, they fucking love. Like it's almost rock star level. Like it's really interesting. And Beautiful Thugger Girls is no different. Like he just has an ability to really change pace. And it's crazy because, you know, to Taurian's point, you look like at an album like Jeffrey that is very, very structured, and then you go completely left, right? Like with a different complete sound. But I think we love artists who do that more than the standard traditional artists that just give you the same genetic makeup for every album. So that's my thoughts on the album.
My bad, I forgot I was muted. But I did also want to point out that the original title for this album was Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girls. And the reason why it was changed was because CoverGirl stepped in like, nah, nigga, we don't have nothing to do with this. We don't want any affiliation with this. Because I think at the time he also released like a weird trailer where there was like a woman that he was tying up and she had like the initials on her duct tape mouth. It was very strange. And CoverGirl came forward and, you know, separated themselves from that. It was like an open threat, like, yo, don't you do that. Don't fuck with this side. And sure enough, he changed it to Beautiful Thugger Girls, which still works, I guess, because you still get the idea behind it. But we'll go ahead. We'll get into the album. Album kicks off with Family Don't Matter with Millie Go Lightly. It's produced by Rex Kudo and Wheezy. Also to point out, this album is executive produced by Drake, which I thought was interesting. But Rob, you didn't know that?
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, this album was executive produced by Drake, which I think kind of tied things together for me too when I was listening to it, because I feel like Drake does take a lot of chances with his music as far as like knowing he knows that he won't be accepted when he tries genre bending shit. He knows people will make fun of it, but he knows ultimately it'll be accepted. And I feel like maybe he may have had a hand in Thug's creative aspect of things, because he probably told him, you know, you could get away with way more shit than I can. And he, you know, pushed him to try some new shit. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, the album kicked off with Family Don't Matter, which was really dope. This Millie Go Lightly person, which I didn't know before this album, really killed it.
I think she's his artist.
Okay, so I wasn't that familiar with her shit, but she sounded really good on this and on the album because she's on like a couple other tracks. But how do you feel about the opener?
It was actually the opener was actually strong. I actually fuck with the opening song. It basically gave me the country trap vibes. Because also, I'll say this again, when the album first dropped, I listened to it once and never revisited it until we had to listen to it for this episode. So I was like, damn, I completely forgot what the album sounded like. And I'm like, all right, cool, country trap, I get it. And this was the first one, so it made sense. And I guess that's what made me think about the Biebs. I really think that, you wanna know what's funny? So you know how in the 90s, like pretty much only like beautiful people could like be artists. And, you know, I'm not saying that Young Thug's not a beautiful man, but I really think that Young Thug would make a
Young Thug is gorgeous. Be clear.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
He will make a killing as a songwriter. If he just wrote songs, like if he didn't want to be a star anymore and he just wanted to write records for other artists, I think he would probably make more money.
If he went like the dream route?
I wouldn't be surprised if Thug is writing music for people right now.
I mean, like, absolutely not keeping shit from it.
Like exclusively, yeah.
Like giving everything away. Like, I'm enjoying the fuck out of the album with him and Chris Brown. I like that a lot.
That one is good.
That
and
album is amazing.
So Much Fun is really good.
Yeah, So Much Fun is good as well. It is. But yeah, this album, I don't know. But yeah, this track was cool. It was a good opener, and it made my brain set to what I thought the tone of the album was going to be like. But we'll get into it where everything started going left from me.
I always really liked Thug's wordplay. Like in the song "Bad to Bad Bitch," got a foreign son, Tommy gun, found a real Tommy gun. Like he just says certain things that like it's just his wordplay is really, really like just really, really funny to me.
He has fun with it, man. I like Thugger for that. He does try new shit. You about to add something else?
No, it's just like I like his inflection on words. Like, just I don't want to wrestle. I'm a bread ambassador. It's nothing else matter to him. I'm boiling at Patrick Ewing. Like he's just his like you can listen to Thug's music even a cappella and it still has great range. And that's that anybody who you can listen to their music a cappella, that tells you that they have a great ear for music and they know great cadence and melody. And Thug has that.
For sure. We'll get into the next song. Next song is Tomorrow Till Infinity. Tomorrow Till Infinity is produced by Ben Billions and Rex Kudo, and it features Gunna.
Yeah, that's his love song to Jerica, his frequent off and on girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just think it's funny because underlyingly, like, their relationship is mad toxic. Like, Thug would be like threatening to kill her if she leave him and shit. So that's all I could think about with this song. Like, some people probably like they be dedicating this song to their girlfriends, but like they'll be telling her he gonna kill her if she ever leave him.
Yeah, but then he dedicates it to her. But then on the song, he's like, I got 50 shades of bays and 50 different bitches. So, which is mad catchy. But yeah, this is the song you dedicate to wifey.
Hey man, he's a toxic dude, bro. Like, and I feel like you don't cross Young Thug. Like, he's a toxic person. Like, think about what just happened where he was talking to T.I. about Andre 3000. And then it also made me think about Lil Wayne. I feel like anytime somebody doesn't like fully embrace him, like, he gets crazy and like gets aggressive.
Good tie.
I genuinely feel like towards like people that like he like loves and admires. Like, obviously he loved Wayne and was influenced by Wayne, and Wayne didn't take to him, so that nigga got violent and disrespectful and shit like that. I mean, damn near tried to kill him. But same, you know what I'm saying? Like, same thing, Andre 3000. All Andre 3000 do is big him up, and maybe he just wasn't inspired, but he took it a whole nother level. It was like, I just be calling up to his office, just threatening him.
And that's the fucked up shit, because Andre is always very vocal about not being inspired, not feeling like he's as good as people think he is, and being in his own head a lot. I feel like Thug probably just caught him on a bad day. That's not far-fetched.
Yo, bro, it's fucking hilarious, man, how he responds to things with aggression like this, man. So I just think it's funny.
Okay, so we'll.
Sometimes you gotta be disrespectful to let a nigga know you've been respectful the whole time.
That's a fact.
You know what, Rob? I'm not even gonna say that you're wrong for that, because I mean, not even 30 minutes ago I was disrespectful, so it's all good. Yep.
All right, so the next song is She Wanna Party. She Wanna Party features Millie Golightly. It's produced by Charlie Handsome and Rex Kudo. Fucking melody is flames. We 3 for 3, my G. We 3 for 3.
Also, too, I think for me, being that I wasn't the hugest Thugger fan, it took for music to change for me to really jump on the wave. To be honest, like music became way more melodic and less drums out of the South, and Thug has a lot to contribute to that. Being that Gunna and Baby are direct descendants from Thug, and their music is made in the same vein. That once they came out, they were a little bit more palatable to me than Thugger. So now when I listen to Thug music, it's a little bit more clearer to me. And I like this song.
Well, it's clear. It's more clearer with it. Thug doesn't give you anything unintentionally. So when he makes music that's like quote unquote mumble, that's what he wants you to get from it. Like this song on this album actually is more clear because that's the intent. So like with an album like So Much Fun, there's intent beyond having radio hits and having shit that really works for the masses. But then when you read up on how he felt when he made So Much Fun, he doesn't even like the album. He was like, yo, I just made that album because, niggas is simple. That's what niggas want. But when he's put in a position where he can actually test the boundaries and actually go against the grain, that's what he likes to do. It's just that that's not universally accepted. So he has a problem.
I wish that Prince lived long enough to work with Young Thug.
Oh man, imagine.
All right. Go ahead, Rob.
Agreed. I wonder if he would work with him, being that, Prince is very big on people owning their masters and owning their music. But I think it would be interesting. Just the cadence sound and the melody and how melodic he is, I think Prince would embrace that. But Prince is very big on instrumentation and stuff like that. So I wonder, and a lot of the southern artists seem to it's not a knock at them, but I think that the thing is they oftentimes use a lot of computers to make their beats, opposed to making their beats on like MPCs or like live instrumentation. So I think that's very different. And that cadence sound is different. So.
That's fine, but he already worked with Elton John. Elton John is the fucking piano man. He's the fucking rocket man. So all I'm saying is just that like he's capable of getting in the studio with like legends who are capable of like most people will be intimidated to record with him. I just think that him and Prince would have worked together very well. Young Thug can sing a little bit. Like I'm not saying like he's like fucking Luke Vandross, but what I'm saying is that he can hold a note, he can hold a melody. So I think that him working with somebody like Prince really would have sharpened his sword and probably made him a lot better and helped a lot. And I think that he carries the confidence that Prince would have gravitated towards. And this track made me think of that.
Yeah,
like, this is just another follow-up love track. Like I'm like, all right, cool. I'm getting a theme here. All right, cool.
Yeah, agreed. It is a really solid song, and I've always liked Thug's melodies and the way he plays around with like the structure of his voice on a song. It just always works. And if it doesn't work, it's just like, all right, I see what you was doing. He takes the risk. We'll go to the next song. Next song is Daddy's Birthday. It's produced by Scott Storch and London on the track. When I first heard this song, or actually when I read this title, I thought it would go a lot deeper than it did. But that's not to say I didn't like it. I just was expecting something different. But he talks about like he does use like one line on the song, I think, where he says he the father of 6 kids and he's so busy it feels like he's in and out of their lives. It's like a brief moment of self-reflection that he has, but then he gets right to the classic Thugger shit. But he just uses that one moment, because I guess Thug is aware in that sense where he's like, well, y'all don't come to me for this type of content, so I'll spend only a minute here or a few seconds here.
I agree with that. I really enjoyed this one. Hey, I enjoyed this song because it was just simple and it really didn't go anywhere. But I was like, all right, well, this is where it's going to be. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where Rob went, but we'll get to the next song. Next song is Do You Love Me? Do You Love Me is, pardon me here. Do You Love Me is produced by London on the Track. Thug flies solo on it. Unfortunately, I don't love this. I don't really care for this one. This is the first one. He was on a hot 6. I don't hate it, but I don't love it like the other two, like the other ones.
Well, this is, I think, a part of the album where things start to decline, and that's what I like. The quote that you gave, Reg, actually makes a lot of sense to me because I didn't find that quote, but what you said about Thug just being like, here, this is what y'all want, y'all simple minded anyway. I kind of can like feel that. I feel like a lot of rappers feel like they can go deeper, but like they know that like records that get on the radio, and like Thug's not a radio artist like that. I think that he's getting like since he first came out and put out I'm a Stoner, like I think that the record with Chris Brown is getting him the most airplay he's ever gotten in his career. Mm-hmm. So
what about Hot?
I don't think Hot got is getting more airplay than what he's getting right now with the record with Chris Brown. That song just swept the American Music Awards and all the other like that. Like I know, like right now we're not outside, but the record that he has with Chris Brown is like killing at the award shows.
Yeah,
it's getting like, and it's like getting, because you know Chris Brown's fans are like Bieber-esque, bro. Like they get.
So like, do you think he broke the ceiling as far as from that hip hop glass ceiling of like making pop records opposed to like Hot, where it was a big deal, but it was still urban market music?
Yeah, I think he's crossing over now. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think, me personally, I think Young Thug could be like a pop star, like a big pop star. But I just think that he doesn't. I think that him being over at 300, like I just think they don't know what the fuck to do. The fact that they haven't forced this man to put out a proper album yet is insane to me. He just puts out mixtapes, but they just say that they're just mixtapes, kind of albums, kind of mixtapes. And it's like, I want to know, like, what the fuck are they so scared of?
I don't know. I feel like
it's confusing.
I feel like Thug makes an argument for it because he probably can get a lot of the well, that doesn't make sense either because he's not independent.
Bro, like it's very confusing to me. Like, remember when I think this was before, this is before Jeffrey and Leo Cohen went everywhere with him on that album promo. I mean, on that press run. Some of the most confusing shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. I've never seen nothing like that before. I've never seen Leo Cohen go to every interview with an artist before. Even with the Beastie Boys and Run DMC. It was fucking weird, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm being Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. I just want to know like what is it about his career? His career is one of the most unique careers I've ever seen in my life.
Nah, it is.
And I just think that he's so talented. I would agree.
I think just a lot of people consider him like I said, like a planet, like an entity.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm. You gonna watch?
My tenant just gave me $250 in Amazon bucks. It's lit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's like $1 million in Amazon money.
Yeah, bro. As much as I shop on Amazon and I work overnight tonight, I'm about to have mad packages coming through this week. Mm-hmm. But yes, this is where the decline begins, and I'm just like,
all right. Well,
you could tell like Thug was just throwing shit at the wall.
Well, we're gonna pick that decline right up, in my opinion, and we're gonna jump into Relationship. Relationship features Future and is produced by Billboard Hitmakers. And this shit fucking knocks. I love this song. This song is like a prelude to Super Slimy, which came out later that same year. They collab really well. They sound great. This song kind of puts in perspective how different their lifestyles are. Like they're the same, but Future kind of regrets where his lifestyle is. Like he's like, yo, I got all these bitches, but I really need to get it together because I'm tripping. And then Thug is like, yo, fuck it. I got all these bitches. Like
Toxic Avengers right here.
So like where I'm at. But
y'all want the sample?
Of course we want the sample.
Sample comes from Pony by Genuine.
There we go. This song is great. This song is great.
Yeah, I enjoy this song very much. Super Slimy is one of like my favorite things like ever. I think people don't know this about me. Like, I'm actually a huge Thug and Future fan, like crazy. I think people know I'm a Future fan, but I don't think people know I'm a Thug fan. But that's, it's crazy. I'm really sad that Eli's not here because I always give Eli the credit that he's due for putting me on to particular artists because he's usually like the first person I hear about that artist from. So I'm disappointed that he wasn't able to be here tonight for this episode. But we'll give Eli his flowers.
I would have loved for him to make it on this, but
we'll
get him next.
Like these two together, like I wish I had a label, yo. If I had a label, I would just throw mad money. I'd be like, I want you guys to make an album, a Best of Both Worlds album. I would just throw mad money at them and be like, yo, I want you guys to make this album, put mad promo behind it. You guys gonna go on tour, all of that shit. That's what I would do, bro. I swear to you.
With the vision. All right, we'll get into the next song. Next song is You Said. You Said is produced by You Said it's produced by Wheezy, and it features Quavo.
I really I like this song as well. I can't front. I'm like, even though my opening statement I said I didn't know where this album's going, but this is I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna try to keep my agenda and keep downplaying songs. I enjoy this song as well. I just don't know where the fuck the album's going.
Why you need all that ketchup, Rob? What you eating?
It's just French fries. I think Doug doesn't.
All right, no, wait. You a ketchup drizzler? You put ketchup, you drizzle
I put fries on ketchup. I don't put ketchup on fries.
You put fries on ketchup. So you make a pool of ketchup and lay the fries in it?
No, it's just my mother used to say that when I was younger.
All right. Well, anyway, what were you going to say?
We don't know. We don't have much direction on the album, but I'm not upset where it goes. I don't think Thug is one of those conceptual-based artists where you like, I really know what he was thinking when he made this, like track after track. I think he just makes the album the way it sounds to him. I could be wrong on that though.
I mean, but that's my perception of Thug too.
Yeah, I agree. That's absolutely where he's at. I just want a more focused album. And sometimes I think, especially a lot of artists nowadays, because it's so easy to get into a studio and record and get things done and everything's so digitized, they don't really utilize direction. Everything is self-taught. Like everybody's learning how to do things. Like, and I feel like Young Thug has full control in the studio. And the reason why I say that is because like it's like, even though it's like a meme, Young Thug's on a computer, I think that nobody kind of like directs him in what he's doing. I feel like he has full range over what's happening in the studio. And I think there's only a few people that could actually like he'll allow to lead him. But I really want that.
Agreed.
I really want that. Hey, that was good.
It's because those artists are so used to making hit records and developing their own sound on their own that by the time the label gets to them, they don't want the label assistance in making music. So that direction that you're asking for, you don't get without a good A&R and good label giving you album direction.
I wasn't talking about the label giving direction. I'm talking about like him.
But I mean, like when you send someone in to do it, that's what I mean.
I mean, I'm not saying like the label has to do it. I'm just saying that like, all right, like I'm pretty sure when Thug worked with Chris Brown, because he's Chris Brown, he allowed Chris Brown to say, yo, this is the skeleton of the song. I just need, this is what the theme of it, what we're doing, or this is the sound that we're going for. What I'm saying is that I need Young Thug, and I know me and Regg are always fucking saying Babyface needs to do everything, but he's fucking Babyface.
Yeah.
Young Thug makes songs about being in love. Who the fuck else better to work with than Babyface?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe somebody else, maybe somebody more up to date, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that
The Dream?
I think he could work with The Dream. Which one of these other R&B niggas that's out here making fucking hit records right now? Like
Sean Garrett.
Yeah, like Sean Garrett. I think him and Sean Garrett can make some real freak shit.
I think him and Teddy Riley. Him and Teddy Riley good.
Shit, even matter of fact, even Thug and Timberland. Like what I'm just saying is just that I think that he has the ability. Young Thug has the ability to be the number one artist in the world. I think that he has the ability to make Drake shake in his boots. That's just my opinion, right? And I don't think that he cares enough to do that. He's so confident. To me, he's so confident. That's like his worst. Like he doesn't need the validation from like fans and like album sales because he already thinks that he's the shit. He's like Drake.
But that's a lot of Southern artists. That's what I'm saying. A lot of Southern artists, they don't.
I don't agree with that
direction. They don't.
It's not that they can't take direction. That they don't.
I didn't say they can't. I said they don't have to, and they don't choose not to.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying in the beginning. Like the people that we named, they're great people, but they also come from an industry background, so they know a different set of song structure and what hits radio and what doesn't hit radio. So working with Chris Brown has years of experience of making pop records. Mm-hmm. And having proper song structure to make a pop hit. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the real difference. A lot of the Southern rappers and Southern artists make their bones and make their acclaim by their sound and people championing their sound. So they don't really look from a national standpoint because they know they're going to do the numbers in their region. It wasn't, you know what I mean? You think about like a lot of the Southern artists who like, we like their music in New York because it has song structure, and we're used to hearing song structure and album structure, opposed to like some of these other Southern artists who don't have that same format. We like them, but they don't break. I.e., like we just talked about, Hot is a dope song, but it has shit on that Chris Brown song because the Chris Brown song plays to the same rhythmic music that we hear on the radio. It's hard to break out of urban market radio.
And it got that song got that infamous New Orleans bounce, man.
So it's like those are key things that changes it. And a lot of Southern artists are not really open to, outsourcing their music or letting somebody else in the lab to create a mix. I just heard 21 Savage was talking about that recently. He was like, yo, when we were making Savage Mode 2, we wanted it to sound more soulful and have more of a musical presence. And Just Blaze was saying, well, the reason why you didn't get that when I listened to the album is because you're still making beats off a computer. You're not using live instrumentation and recording it digitally. So when you make a sound off of an electronic sound, because of the electricity, it doesn't come through as crisp, opposed to you taking an instrument and recording it and then implementing it into the song. Just like, a digital saxophone sounds different from an actual saxophone player because of breath control, manual use, and what have you. So a lot of those artists, those Southern artists, they're so used to making, and pretty much everyone, to Taurian's point, are so used to making beats and music on the go, opposed to being in the studio and working out the full completion of the song, that everything sounds cookie cutter. Everything just sounds like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Opposed to, you can tell the artist who actually took their sound that was in the studio making that album. So.
Okay.
Good, Rob. I actually like that. You typically you say stuff and I say that's all bullshit, but I liked what you just said.
No problem, Chief.
No problem, Chief.
We'll get into the next song. Next song is On Fire. It's produced by Charlie Handsome and Wheezy. Plenty fire emojis.
I just had to laugh because remember when Lil Wayne was talking on his podcast and he said that he thought that Future was kept shouting him out because the tagline for Weezy is Weezy out of here.
Yeah, man.
So I bet you for mad long Wayne was just like, damn man, Young Thug's still on my dick.
Weezy out of here. Hey, goddamn, boy.
I feel like I felt like he called Baby. It was like, I see your man keep shouting me out.
That's your boy. That's your man's.
You want my spot flash? You ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it.
But how y'all feel about this record?
Good record.
It's cool. It's
Very
a cool
good
record.
Yeah. I like that. I like how the tide is turning on this album.
No, I don't think Young Thug. That's another thing. I don't think Young Thug can make a bad project. It's just out of. It's like it's fucking unorganized, man. It's like the fucking Goosebumps books where you go to one page and it says go to page 655 or go to page 122.
The choose your own adventures.
Yeah, man. Second, I don't need that.
I used to like those.
Yeah, not me. I like my shit straightforward, man.
So many alternatives. I remember I went to the library with my Uncle George one time, and he was like, pick up a book and read it. And I was like, all right. So picked up Goosebumps, and it had the alternative endings. So I was reading, and I followed the ending I wanted to follow, and I finished it in like 10 minutes. So I went to him, and I was like, I finished the book. And he grabbed me by my ear and was like, don't lie to me like that. I'm not fucking lying. Like, what's wrong? I finished it. Like, I'll never forget that. He grabbed me by my ear like that. Like, I'm not lying to you.
I still have all my Goosebumps books.
Great collection. Great book.
Worth some money now.
They are.
Probably so. I need to like clean a lot. I have too much stuff.
That's
too much stuff.
Shit, you may be able to buy a house if you got a Pokemon collection at this point.
No, I never touched Pokemon cards. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I had a huge binder of Pokemon cards, but I don't know where they are. It's gone.
I'm about to go get my baseball cards appraised.
Yeah, my Derek Jeter rookie card is worth money, but I don't think that mine is like untouched. Like my corners are fine, but I don't know. I forgot like it's something that like has to like happen because there's like rankings on cards and stuff like that. But I have like a Derek Jeter rookie card that I think is like under $1,000.
Oh damn. Yeah, I don't have any of those. Only basketball card I have left is my Iverson rookie cards. I don't have
any.
Man,
you like Rez look like your brothers bullies you out of your cards and shit.
Yeah, I don't have any of my memorabilia anymore. It's crazy. All of that shit.
Luckily, I was the oldest, and my brother wasn't into none of that shit, so it never got touched.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back on track. The next song is "Get High" and it features Lil Durk and Snoop Dogg. It's produced by Young Chop. This song is fire. You know, this is your typical link up with Snoop when you want to talk about smoking weed, and it works. But this isn't typical though, because you got a lot of melody on this. It will usually just be Snoop rapping with a bunch of niggas about smoking weed, but you know, Thugger brings a whole different element to this, and so does Durk.
That's a fact. Did you feel like you knew Durk was going to be a star even back then?
Yeah, Durk. Well, back then we put a lot on Durk in retrospect, where like we just thought that he would blow up, and then he had that whole weird thing with Dej Loaf that wasn't that believable, that they tried to make work. But I always thought that Durk would be a star. I'm just surprised that it took this long.
I don't get it. I don't get the Durk train. I don't dislike him because I don't want to die, but I don't get it.
I guess when you look at Durk now, his sound working back then would have made a lot more sense, but now it's crossing over and it makes it look like a new thing, and it's not. Like think about like his sound and how. What was that? What year was that? Like 2015?
What, the song "This Ain't What You Want"? That song?
Yeah, like Durk.
I hated that song.
Durk been out here for a while. I always was a fan of Dirk, but now like his shit is working. I mean, Drake helped him resurface a little bit with
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because his verse on that is fire. He killed that shit.
Yeah, I ain't need that shit.
Yeah, it's a throwaway song, but I like his verse on there. It is a throwaway song.
I can't. No, I'm talking about his verse is a throwaway verse. Like Drake just gave him the blessing. I felt like Drake just wanted to make sure he was good in Chicago.
Like, probably. Drake
yeah, man. Like I don't know. Like for me, like when because Dirk was right after Keith and Lil Reese. Like I was a Reese and Keith fan, man. Like and King Louis. So for me, like, I mean, shit, I was even fucking with Big Mensa and Chance the rapper at that. So I don't know. I guess for me, like, I just can't. I don't understand it. Like, I understand like the respect that Dirk has, and I understand all of that. Like, I can see it, but it's like I don't like musically. I'm just like, I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm starting to wonder, like, oh shit, am I at that age now where it's like I have my set of artists that I just like and that's it. But nah, like there's new artists that come out that I like. I don't even know because there's some new artists that I fuck with that I actually enjoy, and then there's some artists that I just don't like. Pop Smoke, I'm a huge Pop Smoke fan. Shit, I mean he's no longer here anymore, but I like him.
Did you like him from the moment you heard it?
Yeah, man. Like when I heard him, like it was like, yo, man, this sounds like DMX's son that smokes mad weed. That's what his voice sounds like.
That's a good analogy, actually.
Yeah, that's how his voice sounds, and the fact that he was only 20 years old and had a voice like that was amazing to me.
Yeah, it made me feel like I wasn't masculine enough when I heard it. I was like, wait a minute. And then I thought, I was like, you know what? I haven't been to jail. Maybe that's it.
He hadn't either, motherfucker.
He did go to jail.
No, but like, okay, a night in the bookings, that'll make your voice deeper.
I thought he did some time from what I heard. And then he came back and started really getting into music. I mean, yeah, he lived a short life, but you know what I mean? The brother lived.
Yeah, he did live. He did live. We'll get into the next song. Next song is Feel It. Feel It is produced by, forgive me, y'all. I should like fucking up. Feel It is produced by Wheezy. How do we feel? How we feeling about Feel It?
It's another song about love. Like I'm telling you, it's another song about love and him loving his girlfriend. Then he basically gets toxic and talks about like, if you leave me,
you will.
Yeah, but it's one that I do enjoy. This song is like an alcohol binge to me. It sounds like alcohol. It sounds like some shit that's only made to be played when you're intoxicated. And
I feel like Regg is trying to tell us something about what he wants in life.
I feel like that Regg definitely gives me drunk Yo Gotti yelling at his girlfriend vibes. This part is amazing. It's like, go away.
Drunk Yo Gotti. Oh, you mean Moneybagg Yo?
Yeah, he means Moneybagg Yo. I was about to say I wasn't Yo Gotti.
Yeah, that was Moneybagg.
Yo Gotti looks like the cream of wheat guy.
Yeah, Yo Gotti makes me uncomfortable. But he always got one. I'll give him that. Gotti always got a hit.
Don't worry. If you stand next to Gucci, you wouldn't have to be afraid of Yo Gotti.
I don't get it.
Listen, man.
You don't fuck with Yo Gotti. So
yeah, he don't. He don't fuck with Yo Gotti at all. He don't fuck with that Frank Stan neck ass nigga, as he said it.
Fucking love Gucci. All right, well, we'll get into the next song, which is Me or Us. It's produced by Post Malone, Charlie Handsome, and Rex Kudo.
This song, I love it.
I don't get the chorus, but I do like it.
Yeah, like basically he's saying like, bitch, I need to be your everything. Like, fuck you worrying about our relationship. I need you to love me, bitch.
Is this the only time we hear the guitar in the song, in that whole album?
No, he's been playing the guitar. Don't try to play my man's. He's been playing the guitar the whole album. What are you talking about?
I mean, he be pushing the button that plays the guitar?
Yeah. Either or. Who you loyal to, me or us? Who you trust the most, me or us?
I ain't
Reg,
gonna
how
lie,
many
that's some
times have you
wild
said
shit.
that at a late night?
Who you want to fuck every night, me or us? I was like, what?
This is all in Regg's sneaky link bag.
I could misinterpret this and think that he's talking about him and his boys.
That's what it's like. That's what I thought. I was like, all right, but is he talking about him and his boys? That would make sense, but also like, what?
Reg, you know we're not supposed to be together. Who you love, me or us?
Like,
Yeah, I think he's talking about like himself or like their relationship, and he's saying that I'm above everything. Like I'm God.
You want to
like,
believe
worship
me or
bitch.
us?
I feel like Young Thug wants to be worshipped. I feel like he just thinks like he's supposed. Like I feel like he feels like his woman should open the doors for him and shit.
Yeah, to him, he's the greatest thing in the world.
If I remix this song, I would definitely call it Regg.
Why would you do that, Rob?
I just feel like it just fits you.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Rob won't stop till he paints this picture of me.
Yo, I call you son because you sound like one.
Oh,
because I sound like one or shine like one?
Because you shine like one, bro.
Okay, all right.
Come on.
I just wanted to get your reference. I'm the one drinking, not you.
You know, I have the finest static water, which is seltzer water right here.
Okay. All right. Let's get
spicy water. You feel me? My spicy water.
Water. That sounds dangerous. All right. So we'll get into the next song. Next song is Oh Yeah. It's produced by Weezy. Oh Yeah is another fucking solid song. How do y'all feel?
It becomes like filler after this.
You said, I want you to know you said that after track 5. And then after track 5, you was rocking.
I did. I admitted it. I said that there's songs on here that I really like it, but then there's certain songs where I'm just like, all right.
Okay.
I can't.
Rob?
I can do without it.
Okay. All right. You don't need to say no more. Next song is For Y'all. For Y'all features Jacquees. It's produced by Billboard Hitmakers. And I usually don't really even fuck with Jacquees, but Thugger utilized him very well on this song, and this production is very good. I will say that.
The King of R&B blessed him.
Who? King R&B. The
King of R&B, the greatest the greatest man to ever touch a microphone and sing in black voice ever.
King of R&B, he said. Rob, you got anything on this one?
No, I'm waiting to figure out when was Usher on this song, but he wasn't, so I didn't know it was the King of R&B on this.
You think Usher the King of R&B?
I mean, for my generation, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. You gonna make me say stuff I don't feel like saying, so I'm gonna just move from that. I'm gonna just go somewhere else with that.
We got some time. I'm just saying, our generation, no one put up numbers like Usher did.
You mean our generation? Like I know we're not supposed to say his name, but he exists. I can't delete him. I can't delete him from my head. I can't delete it. I can't delete it.
No, not him. But
I can't say it, but I lived through it.
Yeah, but I still put him in reference to like still a part of the older generation. Like I lived through the 90s, but I wasn't outside to experience that music.
Okay, so that's all right. So that's you. So I understand. But for me,
like, were you bumping and grinding at like when that came out? Were you like in a club?
So you're mixing my point. My whole point is he existed in both realms. He came out back in the 90s, and then when the R album came out,
Our album came out in 95.
Nah, the R album was after. The R. Kelly album was 96. And you made me say his name. But that album was 96. Our album was 98 or 99.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one with Cameron. He had Hove on there. He had Keith Murray on there. That's when I was like, oh shit, all right. And that's like when I became a fan. But that guy, even though I already said his name, that guy exists. I can't, even though everything that he did is fucked up, I can't just call somebody else the king of R&B.
I mean, he's in jail. Like, he's doing the time that he did. We could say his name. Like, I mean, people still try to say OJ's name and talk about him and getting Russian records in football.
You absolutely. I mean, yeah, but I can't. Just because we're trying to erase or delete someone from our memory.
My son, all lives matter. Taurian, bro, he know how to ride the fence.
Just because, I'm not riding the fence. Like, he's a piece of shit. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna not acknowledge what he did for music and shit.
Because we're deleting someone from our Rolodex doesn't mean that the next up to bat is Usher. I can't call Usher the king of R&B. That nigga abandoned R&B for years, if you remember. He tried to go get that European bag, which I'm not mad at.
I'm mad at
Pitbull. With Pitbull.
Not just with Pitbull, with Will.i.am.
Well, yeah, you know what it was? He saw what Pitbull and Neo was doing. And he was like, nah, Will.i.am, bring your ass. We need some of this money.
He was wearing them thick ass boots and them collars.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. I met a
I used to like that song though, I'm not gonna lie, but it was a sad way to go out. But anyway, we'll get back on track.
In sports.
We'll get back on track. The next and final song on this album is Take Care, and it's produced by Judge.
Sample comes from I Got a Feeling by James Brown.
Yes. Baby, I got the feeling. Yeah, so this was a good way to close this album. I did enjoy this song a lot. And how do you guys feel about it? Any thoughts on this one, Rob? Are we losing connection here?
No, I'm here. It's a good song.
Okay.
It's a good song. It's a decent way to close it out. I wasn't looking some spectacular close from Thugger, but it's decent.
Yeah. But okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up at that because with the final closing thoughts, I'll share mine. I think that I would give this album a 4. It's a solid 4. I think what Thugger did with this album is in essence no different from what he tries to do with every album, where he gives you a little bit of him, but not too much. He actually spends most of his time trying to challenge himself creatively and trying to do different shit. Something that you wouldn't expect from him. Kind of like how I would say like Madonna used to approach her records, where Madonna would be the person that approaches it by trying to reinvent herself, right? Like Madonna became known for reinventing herself. Thug, in that same aspect, I think all the theatrics around his music sometimes get bigger than his music, but he always brings it around when you listen to his album because there's always something different on there to take in, at least sound quality wise. I think with Thugger Girls, he challenged himself. I think he challenged himself, and we were just lucky enough to see it. Like it wasn't really for us. He wasn't doing it for us. It was just a challenge for himself, and he succeeded. Because I really fuck with this album. I think it was really cool that Drake executive produced it, because I think Drake probably did put in his ear, like I said before, like, yo, you're capable of trying way more shit than I am. Like, go wild, go nuts, explore all the genres, see what you can come up with. And what we have is the near masterpiece of beautiful Thugger Girls. And that's my closing with a 4.
All right, cool. So that was bullshit. I'll give it a 2.5. This album was cool. I see where Regg is going with the Madonna thing, but I feel like he kind of straddles the fence on it. I think that he tries to do that, but he doesn't. Like reinventing yourself or like coming out with a different person is like Kanye. Kanye follows what Madonna did, where every album like he has like a theme, he sticks to that theme. Like we remember that era and we think about it. Like with Thug, like I kind of don't feel that way, but I know what you mean, Regg. That was a really good observation, and I understand that you were saying more so with the sound versus like the look and the sound. Like Kanye kind of like lives whatever is going on, whatever album he's doing at that time, he lives it. I feel like with Thug, he does it with the sound, right? Yeah. But this album, it just wasn't my cup of tea. And it wasn't that I actually enjoyed Young Thug singing. So I think the disappointment for me was that I actually thought that he was going to fully commit to making country trap records. And we didn't get country trap records on every song. And some of the songs, the subject matter was kind of the same. And I kind of wanted him, I'll be honest, I envisioned something completely different. I thought he was going to make like trap country songs about love, selling drugs, and shooting niggas. And he only made songs about love. And I was disappointed. And this is why he gets a 2.5. This is just the God honest truth, because I don't have a problem with Young Thug. I like Young Thug's music a lot. I could listen to this album and not be mad at it, but it's not what I expected. So this is why this is where I'm at with it, with the disappointment.
I'll give it a 3.
Rob,
I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
Because I think Taurian is being biased because he said this album was going downhill from 5 and he was rocking until like 13. So I'll give it a 5.
You give it a 5 or you give it a 3?
3 rather.
I was about to say, hey, we rolling with that, baby. But that's cool. That's cool. Agree to disagree, man. This is a great album for me. And we all brought up valid points. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. I just got a new computer.
Everybody's ears.
Yeah, I got a new computer, so I haven't quite turned everything the way I wanted to. But anyway, we'll close out at that. Those are we're not gonna round it up or anything. That's stupid. We shouldn't even do that.
It makes it a 3 out of 5, Regg.
It does. But I think we should go with everyone's individual takes. So we can probably have more engaging conversation that way. So guys, if you're listening, tell me who you agree with. And when it's me, I'll fully understand. I'm First Class Regg.
And I am Taurian B.
And we out of here.
Right, Rob, you don't sign off. Only me and Regg sign off, right? Don't do that again. I'll edit you out.
Wow, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis? Is that what you just said to me?